Hello everybody, my name's Hayden Michael, and it's been a while. As much as I tried to plan this video, there's just some things you just can't plan for. Certainly, I'd say about a month ago when I thought I knew exactly what this video would be over, along comes many things to be thrown in the way. I wanted to come back because, number one, like I said, it's been a while. Number two, it was definitely obvious I was leading up to certain things on this channel, and certainly I was making videos in the frame of leading up to something. Now, this isn't just the video on you-know-who that I was talking about, but other things as well, the channel as a whole. Again, this is my channel. Don't let it be skewed down to a single person or a single ideology. Again, there's a lot of change that I go through, and a big part of recording it is so that I can watch it and I can see what's going on with me. Certainly put it out there in a way for other people to enjoy, maybe for other people to learn. I do want to mention, though, I'm done being a teacher. I'm done trying to teach things, at least from the frame that I was. Does this mean I'm going to be doing different videos? Nope. We're still going to be doing the same old thing. Maybe some new things. But there's a lot that's got in the way. And there's a lot that has also caused the previous videos to sort of end abruptly. Now, I know some people were looking forward to me coming back and correcting some of my criticisms about a certain somebody. Let's call them Freighter YKW. Now, I had some criticisms for this individual, and ones that you would not even be able to guess or assume. Only things that, let's say, I would know. Now, as I was planning to make this video, and I worked a damn long and hard time on it, it got to the point that if I were to come out and say anything, there would be tragic consequences. I can't say too much because by the nature of it, it's very fucked up. By the nature of it, people shouldn't have to try and sue me. By the nature of it, these should not be problems. Again, I like to criticize, but I'm really big on trying to focus on how to take criticism well. And that's something that you also don't see too well in the skeptical community. There's a lot of skeptics who can't take criticism well. There's a lot of people outside of that, too. There's a lot of cultists that can't take criticism well. I really enjoy those that can. Because, bottom line, one of the things I've been trying to figure out is, what is my position in all of this? What is it? You've certainly seen it change a little bit from video to video to video. How can you take me seriously? I have to be honest, you can't. You can't. You don't even know if I'm playing a character. You don't know if I'm lying. Nobody really knows. All you can take is people at their word and value. Which is why I think criticism is so important, because holding someone's feet to the fire can show them exactly what they're worth. Not just what they're worth, but who they are. It's not just about who you are in real life, the way people see you, how you carry yourself. It's also about when you're in an empty room and nobody's watching, before the camera starts rolling and even after. The way that the videos were going, I had some good points, I had some bad points. But by the nature of this, to shut me off in a way where I have to fear, let's say, for my own life because of valid criticisms that I have to make, you should ask yourself why you have to go that far. By the nature of your own teachings, why do you have to veer out of that and use methods that you usually would deny, but you have to use them at that point? Shows a lot of character. But enough about that, because a lot of you might actually know exactly what I'm talking about, but I hate to say it. Oh, man, you really don't. And I wish everybody did. And I'm sad to say that nobody will probably ever know. And I've grown to be fine with that, because, again, I've taken this time off to figure out what is my position on things. As long as I can get to a point with somebody, even if they're on the exact opposite position, as long as we can agree to disagree, I'm fine. Absolutely fine. Again, I don't want to trash the other side ever, because I don't know when I will be in their position. It's really awkward. Talk shit about a band and then all of a sudden you're listening to them all damn day. I don't like playing the hypocrite card, and so I try to be careful, but I don't know. Is that selfish? Is that manipulative to myself? I don't know. There's a lot that I've learned about myself, not just from taking this time off and watching my own videos, but being able to take a step back. And even back when I was a cultist, and you'll read it on Reddit, they always say it's good to take breaks. Not just from the occult, but what you're into. Breaks are necessary. And it is up to the individual to figure out in which ways they should take those breaks. And I hate how fucking vague of an answer that is. But you have to do with it what you will. Do what thou will. And even when people get in the way, you have to keep moving. And I knew that I would. And again, I needed a break, because this is the last time you will ever see me in this apartment. I knew that I was moving out, and I thought it would be a great time to take a break. And it really was. I'm so fucking glad that I did. I've changed a lot. Not a little too much, but a lot in my own personal life. The personal life you don't see on YouTube. And that's one of the things that I'd like to get into. There might be a second channel where you get to know Hayden a little bit more. Is that egotistical? I don't know. And I really don't care. But I plan to do new things to bring me to different places. Doing the same thing will never get you somewhere new. It just gets you more of the same. It's the difference that matters. That's why it's in the line. Make a difference, not make a same. And as fucking cheesy as that is, it's true. I've gotten a lot of bad feedback. That's helped. I've gotten a lot of good feedback. That's helped. And while I talk about criticism, I want people to understand, more important than criticizing is being able to take the criticism. And number one, when you think you've taken the criticism, I have to be honest, no, you haven't. You have to really think over things. You have to look at it from the outside in. And it's easy to think that you've done that. But things take time. And that's why I've been gone for a while. Some may have been worried about me. Do not worry. I've been doing fucking great, actually. Believe it or not. And I'm really excited to be back. I'm really excited to talk about things. So much so that, again, I might need a second channel to go over them, because they might not fit in this one. And certainly I'm going to keep on going with Milk and Honey. I always am. I said in the beginning I was going to at least give myself 200 videos. And I'm going to be honest, by this point, by the 60th video, by the 70th video, I knew I wasn't stopping. Certainly I'll take breaks, and certainly I get busy. But this last break is something I absolutely needed. And all that I can think to say is that sometimes silence explains things better than any words. You know, people in the cult talk about how important silence is. And this is what some of them may mean, but it's so funny because they stay silent about it, so it's almost just a place taker. And so I would like to at least explain a little bit to those people who wonder, why is it so important? It's not just silence in yourself. It's those pauses. It's the silence between words that define the sound of the first one next, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's like 4:30 a.m. here. I've been packing for like 3 days. My brain's a little off the rocker, no sleep type of deal. And again, as much as I tried to plan this video, I couldn't really. And I really did try, and it got to the point that I said, fuck it, just pull out the camera and just keep talking. It's probably the only thing I'm good at this point. No, that's a lie. I take that back. Take time to consider things. It's very important. Another thing about silence, don't let your mouth run too much. You say things that you don't mean. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. I know a lot of people can. I do want to say that if there is one thing that I have learned from this situation, and I hate it, as I said, 90% of what I want to say, I can't even say it. And it doesn't even have to do with Freighter YKW. Not at all. Certainly, there's a lot that I could fucking talk about. But coming out of that situation and what I was put through and the choices that I had to make not only helped me, and it has nothing to do with that person. So much to go over, and I really can't wait. But it really made me consider some things, not only about criticism, but self-criticism. I never want to be like that guy. I never want to be at the point where I am so shut off from criticism that I have to attack and call it a defense. How pathetic. How fucking pathetic. I want you to really think about what I just said. Really try to read between the lines on this one, because that's all I can fucking give you guys. And again, just like the rest of my channel, all my fucking help is filtered through the lens of my own experience, and so is everybody else's. And that's the fucking problem with it all. That's the problem with criticism, because yes, some people are going to see it, agree. Some people are going to see it, disagree. And it's not necessarily correct or incorrect. It's just a bunch of opinion. It's just a bunch of feeling. It's like advice. There's no correct answer for any of your fucking problems. And that should be great. It should be exciting. Uncertainty is exciting to me, especially at this point. I love all the support I've gotten. Not only the support, but even some of the backlash. I love that I wasn't able to just ramble on and ramble on and ramble on, because honestly I would have never taken this break. And while, yeah, it's fucked up what this situation happened and what really happened behind the scenes, boy am I glad it happened. Boy am I glad it happened. Hindsight 2020. Ain't it a bitch? You know, my roommate told me a quote the other day before he left. He said, "Life is what happens when you think you have it all figured out." And as I've said, I don't want to be in a position where I think that I have had it figured all out. But it's hard not to think like that. It's really hard. I don't even think I could do it now. I don't think a lot of people could do it, and I don't blame people. Part of me doesn't know exactly why the hell I'm recording this. Part of me thinks, is there some underlying lesson? Am I going to just say this and hope something gets across to somebody? I don't know. All I do know is I love getting things off my chest. I love talking. If you're one of those people that just you have no outlet, you just bottle it up, then fucking make a YouTube channel. Send me the link. I'll watch your videos, depending on how many people send me them and how often you post. It's a great outlet. It's many steps on the process. Then you get to edit your video, and you get to rewatch it, and you get to reconsider every word you said. Then a few weeks later, you rewatch the video that you made. You hear it in a different way. But it's not like hearing somebody else in a different way. It's yourself. I've done YouTube since I was a little kid. And in time, I may bring up those old channels and show you guys. And even though sometimes YouTube just goes down the shitter, I think everybody should make a YouTube channel. I think if you felt anything from this video, feel it. Talk about it. Post it. If you don't have a camera, go buy a $20 webcam. Something. Microphone, anything. You don't even need a microphone. As long as you got a computer, shit, you can post videos from your phone on YouTube. If you're watching this, I know you can at least make a video. Quality does not matter, and you see it everywhere. I mean, all it takes is 2 idiots to lick some Bluebell ice cream, and they're already fucking viral. But is that the goal? No. The goal should be what's inside of you. Again, as cliche as that sounds. That's what matters. It's why people like that rise, and then they're gone. Or you never heard about them. I remember Dr. Phil recently had those, I don't know what their names were, but they were just clout chasing, licking shit and swigging Listerine and putting it back in the bottle. Just talking about how relevant they are. And it was funny because I didn't know who the hell they were, and neither did Dr. Phil's audience, my bad. Relevance should not matter to you, especially if you're getting into YouTube. I'm sorry, but it is like a stench. And we can all smell it. And again, I really hope you guys can read between the lines on what I'm trying to say. Even when you try to make yourself look like the good guy, you can end up being the bad guy. And even the bad guy can make themselves look like the good guy. The camera's hitting about 18 minutes now, and that's usually the point where I start rambling and I go on and I start not making as much sense to myself. So I'm going to cut this one off short because I think this is an important video and I do not want length time to get in the way of that. All I have to say now, for now at least, until I can explain more, is that I love what I do and I'm having a great time. And even though I'm gone, don't worry, I will be back. And no, not right now. I don't know when, but not right now. I will say that, yes, I'm moving today. This will free up some time. Again, breaks are necessary. And even when you think that your break is over, you've learned from it. Guess again. That's why I want to give myself some extra time. At least from this channel. Again, I might just start up a new channel in a different light, under different topics. You can still get some content out, But when it comes to things of this channel, when it comes to the videos that I was making, the statements that I was stating, and the things that I was leading up to, I didn't really expect to, let's say, have a knife to my throat. You don't expect that from somebody of that nature. You don't expect a pacifist to resort in aggression. You don't expect the baker to go hungry. You don't expect the doctor to go sick. Certainly sometimes you don't expect the billionaire to go broke. But you know what? It happens. It's a change of character in a lot of people. So no matter what happens, there really is no shutting off my voice. I'll always find a way to get it out. Regardless on if the message is literal, metaphorical, doesn't matter. I just hate to say that for somebody that I looked up to and adored, to do me the way that they did was, number one, very life-changing, and number two, probably the dirtiest thing in my mind. And even when I had criticized them, I had still looked up to them. That's why this whole situation is so fucked up. But either way, that's enough for now, because I know if I cut myself off now, that leaves plenty more for later. Reason to come back, but I have more reasons than that to come back. I don't even want to talk about these things for a while. Talk about new things. Same things, but under a new light, let's say. And so until then, I will for you all to prosper and have a great day.